Hi, Kelly Swanson here. Thanks for considering me for your event. I'm an award-winning storyteller, a comedian, motivational speaker, and author of the book Who Hijacked My Fairy Tale. I use stories, comedy, and a wacky cast of characters to make people laugh, remind them that they matter, show them a new perspective on their obstacles, and teach them how to create remarkable relationships, to connect with clients, coworkers, and outshine the competition. What makes me different? Well, is that I write a customized one-woman show for every client. And it's not really what makes me different as much as who. You see, you don't just get me, you get that cast of characters that work their way into your heart and teach you my messages. I actually take your audience somewhere else, to my tiny forgotten town about a mile and a hair past nowhere, to meet the people who teach me about life and business. People like Earl, who used to sit on the bench out front of Dewey's Bakery with the tarnished silver butterfly and the crooked grin, who taught me how to motivate my employees by bringing out their best. Or Crazy Man Harry, who sits on the corner of Route 29 and Old Wiley School Road, the one with the frizzy hair and the scathing personality. He gives me insight on how to deal with difficult people in the workplace. Or the speaker in sheep's clothing, who wears his fame like a ticket that exempts him from integrity. He shows me there are two types of leaders, those who manipulate and those who affect those around them. Or the singing woman with the mop, who shows me what it looks like to really serve my customers. And many more characters, some of them created just for you. You'll see and hear clips, you'll read articles, look at programs, read testimonials, all of the things that I've done for other people. What they won't show you is what I'll do for you. So let's talk. Let's see if we're a good fit. Let me hear about your event and your group, the challenges you face, and how what I do can fit into the big picture. Let me tell you what kind of show I can write just for you. And just from that short interface, my missing piece slid into place. Yes, at last the answer hit me. Lord, if it had been a snake, it would have bit me. It's not my words that they will take. It's not the many points that you will make. They don't go tell their friends how much I know. It's not PowerPoints and handouts that impress them so. What lasts the longest, what is real, is they never forget how you made them feel. It sounds so simple, but I would bet many of us have not learned that yet. I know in my business they haven't. They're still focusing on what they need people to know. In my case, trying to deliver a better show. Forgetting the most important part. Don't just speak to their mind. Speak to their heart. Because it is here, in this most treasured place, where things happen here are not erased. You speak to a mind, you've solved a strife. You speak to the heart, honey, you have changed a life.
People always say we're nicer in the South, and I think it's just because we know the secret. We know that you can say anything about anybody as long as you just bless them. I mean, this is just truth, people. For instance, is that Mabel Jenkins out yonder? Mm-hmm. Get a load of that rear end. That thing gets any bigger, she's going to need landing gear. Looks like her hips are in parentheses. Bless her heart.
I want to be one of those members-only jackets. Probably not going to know that, but members-only, it had a little tag on it that actually said members-only on it. Not the Sears version that said we all belong.
because we didn't belong. That was the point. Do they still? I asked somebody the other day in one of my shows, I said, they still got members only. I think I seen it. She said, yeah, honey, they do over at the Goodwill. I said, all right, I'm going to go get me one. I remember I wanted me a Corvette with leopard print seat covers and a coconut air freshener. But did I get it? No. I got my Uncle Nestor's hand-me-down Dodge Dart. Smelled like feet. The bumper was hanging off. It was held on by duct tape. It had a sticker on it that said, start a movement, eat a prune. Yeah, you try to be cool.
I talk about it all really comes back to us, because I don't believe difficult people are the problem. I believe it's our reaction to them. That many times a difficult person does one little thing and then we spend hours and days and weeks obsessing over it. And that's where the problem lies. And so how do we let it roll off of us right away and silence that inner critic? It's one of my goals for this year, is to kill my inner critic that's got to have an opinion about everything. But again, these are words that fall on deaf and busy ears. I want to find a way to show them so they'll remember it for years. And so I will tell people the story of Crazy Man Harry. You see, Crazy Man Harry lives on the corner of Route 29 and Old Wiley School Road. You don't have to live there to know him, just drive by and you'll see his rusty old lawn chair, the one with the strap dragging the ground. And he'll be sitting there in his boxers and his stained t-shirt, with the wild, frizzy gray hair and the beady black eyes, waving around that brown paper bag, yelling at people as they drive past. Obscenities, mostly. And when you would get close enough to see the yellow in his eyes or the spittle at the corners of his mouth, he would look you in the eyes and he would scream. He would scream at you with venom. And if you'll excuse my language, he would scream, get out! Get the hell out! Complain, if you will. I mean, people have been complaining about it for years. Almost as long as he's been living in that house when he got back. You see, Crazy Man Harry and a handful of his buddies hopped on a bus a long time ago and took off for Vietnam. And Crazy Man Harry was the only one who come back alive. And ever since then, he's been stuck. Stuck in this one place that he's forced to relive over and over and over again. That one moment where he tried to save his buddies, where all he could do was yell, get out! Get the hell out! Crazy Man Harry lives on the corner of Route 29 and Old Wiley School Road. You don't have to live there to know him. Just drive by. Chances are good he'll yell at you too. But if you don't mind, we would appreciate it if you turn the other cheek. And remember that people are rarely, if ever, what they seem. And often difficult people are just normal people like us who got stuck in difficult circumstances.